Hi Donna. Today my assistants and I, who are so interested all of a sudden in what I'm doing, are going to show you how I make yo-yos. And keep in mind I haven't done this in a long time. A long time, girls, right? So here's how I'm going to get started. I have just some scrap fabric to show you and a circle template. So all you're going to do first is put your template down and trace around it in something that would come off, like real light pencil or chalk or something, so that we can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to use a Sharpie, so hang with me. Okay, I just traced around our template. Have a nice circle marked on the right side of my fabric. Now what we're going to do is cut out our circle, but we're going to cut out at about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch, whatever you want to do. If they're really small yo-yos, I'll use a smaller seam allowance, like 1/8. But for one this size, I'd go ahead and use 1/4. Why? Because it's easier. So, okay, let me grab my scissors and that'll be the next step. Alrighty, done with my scissors. I cut around my circle, again, leaving the seam allowance, because this is the line we're going to fold on as we put in our little running stitches. So it doesn't matter if you cut out real precisely or not. What matters is the nice crease you get going on there as you stitch around. Now, some people might take this over to the ironing board right now and press that all around. Me, I don't find that step real necessary. But if you'd like to, you're certainly welcome to do that. You know me, there's no right way and wrong way, there's just whatever works. So, okay, that's the next step. Hang on. Next, we're going to get a needle and thread. I use a double thickness of hand quilting thread. Why? Because it's strong and I want that extra thickness. So I don't tie a knot, but you can down at the end. So what I do is I don't leave the knot, but I'm going to leave a nice long tail, and that'll make more sense as I start stitching. So that's the next step. Leave a nice long tail of your threads, because what we're going to do when we get back to where we started, or just like one little thing past it, is we're going, no, not past it, never mind. What we're going to do is we're going to tie this tail to what's left in our needle here. So let me stitch all around. See how I've got a nice line of running stitches going now? We're just going to continue. Somebody's bored. Are you bored? You good girl? Anyway, we're still stitching around. Hi, good girl. I wish Maggie could control the thing for me. I'm going to try to film myself doing this, how I roll it, and just do a little bit of the running stitch. Yeah, see, this was going so much better before I started videoing. Okay. See how I'm just stacking them up and just turning that to where my pen line is right on the crease there. Pull it through, and again, make sure you don't pull that tail out on the other side. Oops. And again, it doesn't really matter if you did a brilliant job cutting, as long as you drew your circle and as long as you fold right on that drawn line. Okay? Okay, we're right back to where we started, just like one stitch away from going back into the original hole that we came out of. So what you're going to do now is grab that tail that you left there and grab your needle and just gently, yeah, that worked out well. Anyway, just gently start pulling, just keep pulling, and your raw seam is going to go right inside that yo-yo. Okay, just keep, whoops, gently pulling, gently, gently. Again, that's why I like to use 2 thicknesses of thread there. So just kind of work it a little bit, and then pull like the opposite way, you know, like pull your needle end toward where your tail came out of and vice versa. So pull, 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 and then tie a square knot, you know, like left over right and right over left. Let's see if I can, yeah, it just sounds so simple. Okay, like right in here, left over right. Make it tight, and right over left. Okay, and then very carefully take your scissors and trim. What I like to do is trim like way out here. Cut those off, and then like shove them in there using your scissors or something. But just stick it in the middle of the yo-yo. Okay, and there you have it. Yahoo!